So this is part 2 of silent letters. So we have a few more to look at. And so we're going to start with G and N. Now the G is silent in these words. So this is gnarled. And notice the pattern. There is an N next to it. The N sound is next to it. So anything with a G and an N, count the G as being silent. So this word is gnarled. This word is gnat. This word is new. This one is nash, gnaw, and gnome. So I think this is an animal, not new as in brand new. So note again, these letters, silent G is silent when it's next to an N. So download this sheet as well. Get your pencils and colour the G and the N's together. Say the words. So colour that bit, gnarled. Say gnarled, not gnarled. Say gnat, colour the G and the N together actually. Do that one together. New, nash, gnaw, gnome. So if you do those all in one colour and say the words as you are doing them. Now this is a little bit tricky, this one. These are homophones. So we have isle, and island, but they have different meanings. So isle, A-I-S-L-E, this one refers to the aisle that we walk down in the church. So it's the gap between the chairs, or the gap between yourself and something else. It's the aisle. This aisle, I-S-L-E, is usually the name of an island, like the Isle of Man or the Isle of Wight. So it's the name of an island. And then this one, it looks like island, but it's pronounced island. Is, of course, is an island, which is land surrounded by the sea. But we're going to jump down now to this one, where we've got silent P here. So silent P most often has an S following it. So if you see a P and an S, you can assume that the P is silent. Or if you see a P and an N, you can assume that the P is silent. So let's take a look at some of the PS words. So this one is psalm. Don't say psalm. Leave that sound out. And you say this part, psalm. Okay. This is, sorry, jump into the next one that's highlighted in red, psychology. So you've got the P and the S together. So you can assume that this is silent. And this one, jump down, psychic. Got P and S together, assume that the P is silent. So with your pencils, highlight the ones with PS in one colour. As you highlight them, say them. These next to them are to help with pronunciation. Okay, so let's do the purple ones, PN. So we don't say the P, we say Pneumatic, like here. Pneumatic. Pneumatic. No p sounds. And here, pneumonia. We don't say pneumonia. We do not say the p. Pneumonia. So highlight these two in a different color and say the word as you are highlighting. Okay. So we're now going to look at silent W. If you have an R following a W, you can assume that the W is silent, like this word wrap. So we're not saying wrap, we're saying wrap. Same here, wreath. So you've got the silent W there. It's followed by an R, you know that the W is silent. Wrench, same there. Wretch. See the pattern, WR, WR. Wrestle with a silent W because of the R. Wrist. Writhe. Wrong. Wreck. Wriggle. Wrinkle. And write. Just get a pencil, a colouring pencil, highlight them. And as you are highlighting them, read the words out aloud. Make sure you're saying it without the W sound at the beginning. So there's one more group to look at, and it's this one, GH. So GH, when they're together, they're silent. So we've got this word wait. Wait. Not wait at the bus stop, but the weight of something. So G and H, you can't hear it at all, can you? Wait, wait, that's a homophone. Light. Can you hear the G and the H? No. Light. Height. Can you hear that? No. Same with all of these. Thought. You can hear the th or t. Can't hear this bit. Might. You can hear that might. You can't hear this bit. Ought. Straight. Straight. Can't hear this. Can you? Can't hear it. Sigh. Bought. Tight. Though. Naughty. Can't hear that. Naughty. Can't hear this. Right. Fight. Way. And right. So again, get out your colouring pencils and highlight the GH, GH, GH in every single one of these words and read them. Read them out aloud and say them. So you underline GH, wait, underline light, light, say it so that you remember the patterns. So we're going to go to our tiles now. I clicked on my letter tiles, then click on consonant spellings. You'll see this one here, GN. Then click back to the basic tiles. So we're going to do a couple of these. Let's do gnarled. No. Ooh, don't want that one. Sorry, got it already. No. And then ed. Suffix. Have I got that suffix? Ed. Yes. Gnarled. Back to the basic ties. So when you write it, you write the G and the N, but you don't say the G sound because that one, remember, is silent. So you write it and you say the rest of the sounds. So write J, G, sorry, then N, not. Okay, let's try another one. It doesn't want to go, does it? Let's do nat. That's a nice, easy one. So you've got this here already. Click on the A. Click on the T. Nat, silent G. So write it again. Write the G and the N. But when you say the N, N, A, T, then rub it off. N, A, T, nat. New. That's easy. Just drag down the U. Write it, G, and the N, the G and the N. Just say that sound, N, U, new. So if you could continue to do the rest. So you've got Nash, Nor, and Gnome to do with GN. Right. Let's look at Isle, Isle, and Isle. I know, or island, shall I say. Small letter differences. So if you remember, this one is when you walk down an aisle. Could be the aisle of a church, could be the aisle of an aeroplane. So it's spelled with an A. Isn't that strange? This is silent. Might hear this. So aisle. When you write it though, write all the letters. I. Don't say anything there. Aisle. And rub it out. I. All. I'm going to get rid of this A. This also says aisle, but it means something different. It's usually the name of an island, like the Isle of Man, like I said, or the Isle of Wight. So it's quite a lot of them. So you do the I, you write it, I. You write S, but don't say it. I, all. Rub that off. I. Don't say that bit. All. Aisle. Oops, I might have needed that. No, I don't. Island. Now I need land. A. N. D. So write it. I land on your board, but you just don't say that one. I land. Okay, let's clear the board. A little bit more to do. So this time we've got W and R. Let me see if I can tiles. When you have these two letters together, the W is silent. So let's do wrap. R, A, wrap. So you don't say wrap, you say wrap. That's silent. Let's do another one. Let's do wrist. R, E. wrist. Remember, we're not saying it, but we're writing it. R, I, S, T. Then rub it out. R, I, S, T. Wrist. So if you could do all of those in the W section, or the silent W's, and then we have one more group to look at. I, G, H, and most of them have a T on the end, but not every single one of them. So the first one we're going to do is weight, as in the weight of something, not wait at the bus stop. Let's find our W. W. No, it's a very funny spelling. On the end here, I need my T. So can you remember what we said? If you've got a G and an H together, it's silent. We can't hear it. So we write and we say W, A. We don't say those two, but we write them. Wait. And then rub them. W, A, T. Wait. Let's do an easier one that you all know. Light. Light. L or O, I got GH here, which is silent. L, I, T. So when you write it, write the whole word, but just don't say those two sounds. Then rub it out. O, I, T. Light. So jump down to one beneath, which is bright. Don't have to do too many changes here, do we? Just take that off and add this on. So we've got right, and now we've got bright. So B, R, I, T. Then rub it out. B, R, I. Rub them out. T, right. So I'm going to do one more for you that doesn't have a T on the end. It's just got GH. It's sigh. S, I. Sigh. Like sigh. You can hear these two. You can't hear these two. S, I. Write it, rub it out. S, I. And look what happens if I add this on the end. Or a different word completely. Sight. Sight. So write it. S, I. T, s, I. T, sight. Could you do the words at the bottom, please? Because it will help you to remember this pattern, GH. So let's move on to the next activity. So click on the button where it tells you to do some reading. You might need to sign in, and don't forget you get free accounts. So find this book here, The Three Trolls and the Big Bad Goat. Now, I can't read all of this to you. Sound is on, you can turn it off. There's the sound on it. It doesn't read it to you. But I'm going to go over a few of these sounds. So you've got Y as in fly. Now you've got fringe, fringe. You've got the G saying the J sound. And you've got this one here, silent K and an N, as in knife. You've got J here with a DGE, which is bridge. Now you've got a silent G here again. So gnome, gnome. Silent W and a silent S, wrist. And LE, Lee, table. So we have these words, middle, new, that one's silent, wrote, that one's silent, bridge, that one says J, change, that one says J, sign, that one's, that one's silent, try, tremble, and chuckled. And these are exception words, world, choose, and great. Now, what's good about this story is that a couple of you can read this together. So you like reading a play. So one person reads one part and another person reads another part. So this could be a fun activity to do with a friend or a family member. So there's this little bit here. These are the characters. I'm going to go to the next page. So here we are. The trolls are in the garden trying to choose what to do for their mum's birthday. So this is Bumble. This is one person reading this part. Shall we go across the river to the meadow to pick some flowers for mum's birthday? Mumble says, how shall we get across? Mum said we shouldn't go near the big bad goat who lives under the bridge. And then there's Crumble. So that's another person who can read a part. The big bad goat doesn't scare me. I know a way that we can get across the bridge. And then we've got narrator 1 and narrator 2. So lots of different people can be reading these parts, or you can choose to be reading several parts. So here we go. Narrator 1. So the 3 trolls made a great plan to get to the meadow. Narrator 2. They headed to the bridge. As they got nearer, Mumble, the smallest troll, went ahead of the others. He was going to cross first. Now there's lots and lots and lots of pages. I would like you to try and read this with some friends or with 1 or 2 other people. Try and read it in the different parts. So you're not reading it all on your own. And it makes it more fun. If you get stuck, ask your friend or your partner that you're reading with, ask them to help you say the words. So this has got 40 pages. There you go. So that's why I'm not reading it all to you. But I'd love for you to have a go at it and have fun while you're reading this book. So if you click down, you'll come to this game that you need to print out and play with another person. And guess what? It's got silent G and silent P, which were the letters that we were looking at today. This one. Okay, some of these are difficult words. You need to say, is it a silent G or is it a silent P? So let's start here. Psalm. So that's how it sounds, but what goes in front of it? Got a silent P there, look. And if you land on there, what would go there? Silent P or G? Nash. That would be a G. So that's what you need to do. You need to go all the way around and say what it says, psychic. but is it a silent G or P? Now you'll know because P and S go together and G and N go together, if you remember from what we've just been looking at. So please have a go at that. Don't let it frighten you. Have a go and have fun. So the last thing you're looking at is the online game. So just click on the button, click on start. Okay, so you just need to sort them out. Silent B, silent W, H, G, H, and L. So silent B. Nope, that's not it, is it? Ah, doubt. I'm not sure if we looked at silent B. Let's do another one. Yogurt. That's got a silent H in it. Climb. Oh, we did. Of course we did. What am I saying? Climb. It's got a silent B. And let's do a silent GH. Height. And a silent L. Almond. Have I done a silent W? I'm going to silent W. Wrong. So that's what you need to do. And you need to keep dragging them down until you've filled it all up and then submit your answer. If you've got it wrong, you can have another go. No problem doing that. And then, of course, you can try these games. Airplane, anagram, balloon pop, game show quiz. So just click on them if you want to keep practicing. And I suggest you do because it's not an easy concept to grasp. So I suggest that you do keep trying these games and you get the pattern sort of fixed in your mind. So any problems, get in touch with me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.